Cardano's premier fiat-backed stablecoin, also known as USDM, is going global with adoption in Asia, Australia, Latin America, as well as the Middle East. They're already talking with the government in Abu Dhabi in order to allow for minting of their fiat-backed stablecoin. And there's also a rebrand that I want to highlight as a part of today's video. Last but not least, the team has officially minted over $1.2 million worth of their fiat-backed stablecoin here on the Cardano mainnet. And I want to dive into all of these details as a part of today's update. What's up, Ada Nation? Welcome to Dapp Central, your home for everything blockchain and crypto. Today, we're getting a brief update surrounding the USDM stablecoin. Now, they're the premier fiat-backed stablecoin here on Cardano, and they've just made some major milestones, which I want to highlight as a part of today's video. Now, in addition, we're going to be talking about W3i Software Incorporated, which will be replacing Mehen or Mihen, which was the previous name of the company overseeing the development and management of USDM. In addition, we're going to be talking about the fact that USDM has been rebranded. There's a brand new logo, which I personally am in love with, and I'll go ahead and share that with you guys as a part of today's video. Third, we've got updates surrounding the investment round into W3i software. And then we're going to talk about their roadmap, where they stand with NBX, their brand new minting partner in Europe, as well as global adoption with many more countries on the way when it comes to the ability to be able to mint USDM. Last but not least, and this is probably what I get the most questions about, we'll be discussing their retail release. As always, if you enjoy updates like these, I would appreciate you if you could smash that thumbs up. If it's your first time stopping by, consider subscribing. If you have any questions, then make sure to leave them down below. Now, before we go into W3i, before we talk about the rebrands, I want to give a huge congratulations to the entire team from USDM. And again, they've just crossed over $1 million when it comes to minting the fiat-backed stablecoin here in the Cardano ecosystem. So this was a milestone that has been long on their horizons. I remember when this first minted, people are asking, when will we get that massive wave of liquidity? Well, it seems like things are finally picking up, and this is well ahead of that retail adoption. So if you guys want to find out more about the current reserve status, I'll leave the link to the Charlie 3 or the C3 dev portal, which is where I get all of my minting information as to how much of the C3 tokens have been minted on chain and how much is currently held within their reserve. Now we're going to jump right on in. I'll be breaking down their June monthly newsletter. Again, make sure to go ahead and subscribe if you guys want this type of information to be sent directly in your inbox. So it states here, introducing W3i Software Incorporated. Today, we're unveiling W3i's brand design and vision. While USDM is W3i's first product, the W3i mission is even more ambitious. W3, which I'll refer to them as that moving forward, will be a broader platform for reimagining financial services in harmony with legal precedent and crypto ethos, using Cardano and partner chains such as Midnight as its infrastructure backbone. Now, for anybody who just isn't aware, a lot of protocols, right, have their own label or their own name, but then you've got the actual companies behind them, right, that develop them. So in this particular case, we had Mehen or Mihen, which was developing USDM. In this case now, we're now going to be getting rid of Mihen, and we're now just going to be referring to them as W3i. Now it states here soon, you'll be able to buy tokenizable equity in W3 and be a part of their amazing adventure. Scrolling down, we've got USDM getting a brand new look. I don't know about you, but I personally love this brand new logo. It states here, if you've got USDM in your wallet, be on the lookout for this brand new coin image in the next couple of weeks. Now, again, these are all little things, but in the grand scheme of things, I think that they have a pretty big impact, especially as to how it's perceived. I think that this logo, let me scroll back up a little bit, is a lot more professional and a lot more suitable for fiat-backed stablecoin compared to their previous logo. Now, in terms of the investment round for W3, it states that the community investment round will begin in a few weeks with their partner at Chainrace. So Chainrace is a platform that allows for tokenization of different entities, right, when it comes to Web3. So they filed paperwork for public securities offering with the SEC, meaning that they're going about this the right way, right? Making sure to take all of the regulatory precedents that they need to do so in order to make sure that nothing comes back to haunt them later on. Now, all the specific details about the investment in their Series CF common equity shares will be communicated outside of this newsletter. I've talked about Chainrace and I've talked about this initiative a couple of months back, but it's good to see that the team is giving us an update to make sure that everybody's ready when the time actually comes. Next, we've got an update surrounding their roadmap. This is where things begin to get really juicy. Now, as you know, or you may not know, but the USDM team has officially partnered up with NBX, one of the top leading exchanges within the European and Norway area, to co-issue USDM within the EU. Now, I sat down with Matthew Plomin, the president of USDM, and I also sat down with two of the leads from NBX, the exchange, not too long ago. So if you guys want to find out more about that partnership, what it means and what it entails, I'll leave the link to that down below. Now, with NBX in the lead, they're actively working on completing all of the legal requirements set forth in MiCA. That stands for Markets in Crypto Assets, which is basically all of the regulatory frameworks that they need to adhere to when it comes to USDM and stablecoins in the EU. Now, you can expect to see major updates on the European front this coming summer. In addition, the team is also speeding up their timeline to achieve the licensing and banking partnerships that'll allow for the team to issue USDM in the rest of the world, including Asia, Australia, Latin America, and the Middle East. They're currently engaged with the government of Abu Dhabi to establish a sister company there by which they'll be able to open business to the broader world. So this team is literally playing chess. Again, in my personal view, things are finally beginning to heat up. I know, again, there's been a need for more patience, but this is exactly what you get when you have something that's homegrown, organic. You have to start from somewhere, and we're seeing that they're putting in a lot of work, not just to allow for US members to mint USDM, but now European countries, and then as they mentioned, Asia, Australia, Latin America, etc. Scrolling down, it states that they plan to complete this process by the end of Q3 of 2024. So I'm not sure if that's in reference to just Abu Dhabi or all of the other countries and continents. Obviously, if it's all of them, that would be huge. And I think personally, we would see millions probably minted per day with that sort of exposure. Lastly, it states they'll continue to pursue licenses state by state as originally planned in the United States, concurrent with their international strategy. Expect to see their second round of states within the US to be announced before the end of 2024. If I'm not mistaken, I think they're approved in it's either 17 or 19 states, but either way, more states will be coming on board very, very soon. In closing, when it comes to retail, again, this is where I get a lot of questions. The team is expected to release their retail portion of the platform in Q3. Now, they'll be opening this up gradually to ensure that they have the capacity to handle all of the brand new inflow in terms of activity coming in from retail. It states that there's going to be a risk-based mint and burn limit with slightly higher minimums and lower maximums than some people may prefer. So as a retail user, you may not be able to mint as much as a business, and you may have to pay a little bit more in terms of fees, but this is all being done in order to make sure that they mitigate risk in order to continue running the business smoothly, again, without really impacting everybody else who's been able to mint or burn before you. That will do it there for today's update when it comes to USDM and their monthly report. Again, make sure to go ahead and subscribe if you guys want all of that information coming to your inbox directly. The biggest takeaway for me there will have to be the fact that they're now working in so many other countries to also allow for them to be able to accept fiat and then be able to use that to add that to the USDM treasury in order to mint more USDM. Again, more inflows means more stablecoins. More stablecoins means more activity, hopefully more users and adoption here in Cardano. Let me know what you guys are most excited about. I think that this was quite a big update. I mean, again, W3I, we've got the rebrand, and then just so much more information surrounding the roadmap and just where this team is aiming to go. Again, congrats to everybody here who's contributed to that huge milestone with that 1 million being minted not too long ago. But that'll wrap it up here for today's update. As always, if you guys enjoy updates like these, I would appreciate you if you could smash that thumbs up. If it's your first time stopping by and you want more, consider subscribing. And last but not least, if you have any questions about USDM or any other Cardano-based project, then leave a comment down below. That said, and as always, I'll see you guys in the next video.